got ourselves team 1 together with Dotted. Oh, what is my camera doing? We got Dotted over for that team. Gussie, Cadam, we got Kian, and last champ gonna be first up. On the other team, we got Leroy in the back, Johnny, Bravo, Var. We got ourselves C, as well as Russo. First up and ready. Gotta be immediate silence on the last. Stun to follow. Trinket out of the Shaman. As he got himself a fire elemental at the ready lasso to set up some burst versus Russo. Does he go for a setup? Does he go for the big burn? Russo already got himself a little bit of that emergency healing as he dives low. Meteor crashing down on him. Russo not super worried. Gonna be last, setting up a little bit of damage of his own. Got himself casting while moving. Zaps onto Russo with a shadow crash to follow. That's gonna be siphoned. Massive damage on Russo. Does go for a mad heal. I don't know if it was a Warlock Hellstone or maybe personal heal, but the man dipped super low. As Laz got such a big burst for the guy, but maybe looking for a bit of healing of his own. Siphon really putting pressure on you, putting a dampener on your healing. As Russo tried to stay on Laz as best as possible, got that Mind Flame center charge, got super low, but Laz recovered somehow. I don't even know what you did to recover health. Was there a Warlock Hellstone as well? Both of them burning Warlock Hellstones, I imagine. As Laz got more lava bursts, will like the lasso Earth Elemental, the ready stun onto Laz, got a knockback. Russo just seen a couple of Shadow Word deaths. Oh, I think barely those. Oh, so close. I don't even know how you got yourself a fatty crit like that to recover that much, but that was so good, man. I feel like if you had less crits from that flame, if that flame didn't crit nearly as much, if you got a one big kill, big crit, top yourself off. Kedem gonna be up next versus Russo as a Siphon is attacking Kedem. Kedem is just melting right now. What is even going on? Kedem barely gets to play. Feign death does get horrified, but he's at least on the ground to have to deal with the there's a damage. Shadowpriest's been surprising me. They really do. Gonna be a root on to Russo. Steel trap clamping onto his foot. Kedem taking those Mind Flame Sanitors to the face with Dark Ascension off for Russo. Full eruptions at the ready. Kedem may be able to take one of those eruptions, but looks like the pets are gonna get horrified. Kedem with not a lot of health. Feign death in the last second. Does get stunned up. This is a perfect opportunity for Russo to get all the damage up and running. Kedem got himself the entire zoo attacking Russo. Literally the deer from the wilds randomly running at him. All the foxes, all these pets are just rampaging all over Russo. And even more foxes spawning in. All of them were just spawning in, quick scattered by Kedem. Looks like Kedem got himself a bit of recovery too. Recovered quite a lot of health actually. What is healing ya? Must be like some passive pet damage or pet healing. Has to be. Taking a lot of damage. The Shadowpriest could be in trouble. No dispersion. Wait, Russo, I think got him. Oh no, Kedem. Kedem does end up taking him out. Kedem bringing it back for his team. What healed you? I'm actually so confused. Beastmaster doesn't have that much self-healing, but man, someone's got his man topped off and rolling. Fear right after, could potential trick hunt by Seabus. Lots of dots are going to be rolling to Kedem. Seabus potentially, I think, just putting the death onto Kedem. Dark back to follow, or Dark Glare to follow. Kedem doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Acceleration, but a Drain Soul is going to get him much lower. Going to burn through all that acceleration healing if the dots last long enough. Kedem could be in big trouble right now. Is this man just died of dots? Battle Master's Trinket, borrowing health, Turtle Shell to follow. Kedem needs some kind of a healing. Feign death removes all those dots, but next time Seabus gets all of them back up. It could spell out early grave for Kedem. Trying to go for a hunt. This is where Kedem wants to make sure there's a pet heal, so that the pet may be able to heal it back. The Battle Master Trinket just falls off at a perfect time. Full root onto Seabus. Got himself the line of sight. He got dipped behind the pillar with a Chimeric Poison on top of it. Seabus is able to get some dots on the Kedem. And he just had to wait until the hunter goes in for a feign death at some point. Try to go for a stun. Gonna be the Chimera interrupt with maybe Kedem. Try to push in. Probably a stun. Gonna be a feign death for a second. Kedem got himself full defenses. Does he have a Battle Master Trinket? Stun onto Seabus. Does he have enough damage to take down the Warlock? Warlock got himself a wall. Kedem with a very limited health pool. Next Drain Soul could actually be the end of him. I think the man just may die to dots. Trying to give a pet's heal. Maybe they'll give him some healing in return. Does go down to the damage over time effects. Seabus playing into that full affliction, dot focus gameplay, while Gus trying to play some demonology instead with a gateway? Wait, with a portal? Another portal. Throwing the pet, throwing down the weapon, the axe coming down, the fist coming out with another demon set of demon dogs. Gus, do you not have an Issachar demon dogs? He may not have Issachar demon dogs. Oh, Seabus may be able to take this to his advantage. Gus is going to take a lot of damage. Seabus with a full Dark Pack. Gus is going to take quite a bit of damage right now, though. Dark Glare blasting at him. And Gus going in for a Soulburn Warlock Hellstone just to recover all that health. Interrupt by C-Bus at the last second. Drain soul into Gus. Looks like he's with the proc. The axe coming down. The fists are back in for the pet. Trying to blast him out. Gus is at about half a shelf with all the dots ramped up on him. Taken out profusely. The man could be in big trouble. Needs a heal immediately. Gus could be in big trouble right now. Trying to get a cold Dreadsuckers in. Mortical. C-Bus with a fear. Gus isn't able to do anything at all. That's going to be the dots send him over. The Affliction Warlock Shot makes the return with Kian going to be up next. This is where C-Bus needs to land some kind of counter CC versus the Rogue. Make sure the Rogue isn't able to just to pressure him and control the fight the entire time. Shadow Strike coming through with the Shadow Blades. Kyrian Burst. Kin the shot onto C-Bus. Blasting out the damage into C with a cloak to follow. The Rogue is also actually committing quite a lot of cooldowns very, very early. C-Bus does have a gateway to bail out of there. Kin the shot to follow. Does C-Bus have anything right after? Decides to take the damage. Kian, though, got himself a very sustaining sub-rogue build. Vanish just to get himself a reset. Stunned by C-Bus, and he's going to get full down to the Kian. No Cloak of Shadows. The Rogue is limited amount of time. He needs to end this duel right now. While for C-Bus does end up taking him out. So Kian is going to be able to survive it. Actually does end up taking him out. It's going to try to see if he can retreat. As who's going to be up next? Is it going to be Leroy? Potentially Var? No, it's going to be Johnny instead. My man, Johnny Bravo. Kian has advantage. That's about all he's got. Cheat Death, actually. He does have Cheat Death. Johnny's going to have to get really, really aggressive if he wants to get himself full burst combo. Make sure that the Rogue does not have any ways to break the CC. Kian hanging out next to him. Got himself to pick up maybe a little too close for those arcade explosions. Johnny eyeing over those eyes. Kian could be potentially at the rage to sap him. He's kind of nearby. He's going to go for a Shadow Strike. Immediate Nova. Get the shot. Does get himself a blink. Full poly. Kian, unless he goes for a vanish, not much you could really do. Johnny repositioning to get himself the full blasted here with the Arcade Surge. Breath combo. There goes the full Arcade Mage blaster damage. Freezing Kian. I don't think he's got a chance at all. It's going to be a big blast. Oh! Kian does go for a vanish. He's still a Gadas on him. It's going to put him out in the open. Big blast continue to happen. Arcade Blaster just obliterate the guy. Cheat Death right after. In that execute range, does Johnny have enough damage? Cloak of Shadows the last second. Kian has no escapes. Blind Johnny chooses to trinket with an all time. Barrage right after. Arcade Orb to follow. Another barrage. There it goes. Took him a second. That Cheat Death actually came up at the right time. And then Cloak of Shadows too. Another setup. Does Johnny have another burst with his dots? It's gonna drop him into a meat here. Trying to go for the Kyrian setup. Silence on Johnny. Does get hit with a Horrifies into a stun right after. Has a blink for it. Into an interrupt as the Mind Games comes through. Has the ulti time in case things really go rough for him. Dots is gonna take a bit of damage. Has himself full defenses. Full cooldowns at the ready. And Johnny is gonna port back to a ulti time image he previously set up. Dots is getting shredded though. Oh, what is that? Hold on a second. Johnny boy, what'd you do to that man? What was that crit? I'm sorry. Huh? I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. Can you guys explain what happened? 140k execute crit barrage. Oh my god, no way, Johnny! My goodness. This man is insane. Looks like we've been watching